let's start our first roundtable session, ladies and gentlemen. This is Pakistan and Global Geopolitics, of course, chaired by a wonderful, wonderful man who himself has the most experience, if you could talk about experience, in the global geopolitics, in Pakistani geopolitics, because he's not just been on the front lines of it, but he has been seeing and experiencing how the shift is also happening as well throughout. Ambassador Jalil Abbas Jilanii Sahab will be the chair of the session. He is a veteran Pakistani diplomat and statesman who served as the 33rd Foreign Minister of Pakistan and the Foreign Secretary of Pakistan, and assuming office as the caretaker Foreign Minister on 17th of August 2023. With a distinguished diplomatic career that spanned over 38 years in the foreign services of Pakistan, he has played a significant role in shaping Pakistan's foreign policy itself. So, of course, you're going to learn from the person himself who has shaped and helped shape the policy in modern times. Now, the policy brief will be presented by Dr. Aiza Azam. She is a faculty member at the Faculty of Aerospace and Strategic Studies, Air University, Islamabad, where she is also pursuing her PhD on the impact of emerging and disruptive technologies in strategic stability. And of course, she was also the Policy Leaders Fellow at the European University at Institute in Florence, in Italy. Now, of course, we have a very esteemed guest with us, Dr. Amina Khan, who is the director of the Center of Afghanistan, Middle East, and Africa, CAMIA, at the Institute of Strategic Studies, Islamabad, where she oversaw research and advocacy-related work. And of course, over a period of more than 19 years, she has published extensively on Afghanistan. So if you want to go to an authority in Afghanistan, of course, Dr. Amina is the right person to contact. She is also the author of 4 edited books, and a new book is coming up as well. And she has been a recipient of OSI, FCO, and Shielding Scholarship, and has a master's degree in democracy, politics, and governance from Royal Holloway University in London. Moreover, we are joined by Dr. Zafar Nawaz Jaspal, who is the Vice Chancellor of Quaid-e-Azam University, and he's a distinguished Pakistani academic and leading authority on strategic studies. If you ask anybody in Pakistan or abroad who is the authority on nuclear studies specifically in Pakistan, you will hear one name, and that is Dr. Zafar Nawaz Jaspal. An acclaimed scholar with over 125 research papers and several books to his name, his research publication includes nuclear arms control in South Asia, among the others. And of course, beyond academia, Dr. Jaspal is a non-resident senior fellow at the Hong Kong Research Center of Asian Studies and has been a guest lecturer at prestigious international forums, including the NATO School in Germany and the NATO Defense College in Italy. We've been followed and joined by Dr. Nazish Mahmood, who is a distinguished academic associated with the School of Politics and International Relations at Quaid-e-Azam University and specializes in the fields of international relations and political studies with a strong focus on contemporary global issues, regional politics, and foreign policy analysis. And of course, last but not least, we have been joined by Mr. Imran Khan, who of course is a very renowned, famous name in Pakistan. He is a social development practitioner with an expertise in peace-building programs and United States and Pakistan relations. He is a former country director for the United States Institute of Peace, an organization that he led in Pakistan from October 2022 to July 2025. And he also oversaw extensive portfolio of the US government programs that entailed reforms in civilian security sector, particularly police, improvement in governance, among others. And of course, he's currently based in the United States, where he does consultancy work on social development and international affairs. Now, Ambassador Jalil Abbas Jilanii Sahab, over to you. Wonderful session is waiting for you. Please pay attention and ask all the questions you can, because this is your chance to ask all the questions and build the knowledge that you can as a youth of Pakistan.
I'm extremely grateful for being invited to chair this session. It is certainly a very important session, and while the contours of the emerging global disorder, emerging or the ongoing global disorder have been very ably covered by the Honorable Chief Guest and Ambassador Izaz Chaudhry. So I would not really go into details of what is going on, but I would simply briefly mention that the contours of this crisis-prone world has begun to emerge. They had begun to emerge much earlier. We are now witnessing the onset of a more profound global disorder. This disorder has several negative consequences. One is the erosion of global cooperation. Secondly, the prolongation and deepening of conflicts. Thirdly, a growing drive among states to expand power and influence. This is something that we are witnessing on a regular basis. Heightened economic uncertainty. This is something which is being witnessed for the last several years now. And greater vulnerability to already at-risk populations. I think the populations, particularly in the developing countries, are at the receiving end of this global disorder. And then, to top it all, the multilateral institutions like the United Nations, which were basically responsible to maintain peace and security and economic cohesion, development, social cohesion, they are also losing their shine with the passage of time. I mentioned about the human costs of this global disorder, and I have certain figures that I would like to mention here. Tens and thousands of civilians, including women and children, have lost their lives in Gaza. And the irony is that the kind of excesses and the aggression that was being committed by Israel, there were very few words which were spoken in order to stop that genocide that was taking place in Gaza. Over 120 million people have been forcibly displaced worldwide. This is a huge number, 120 million people. It's a large number. Nearly 45 million people face acute food insecurity. The number of active conflict is at the highest level since the Second World War. And then attacks on the civilians, including on schools, have risen sharply. And ladies and gentlemen, the recent years have been among the deadliest for the journalists and humanitarian workers. While support from development partners has declined in many countries, mostly the vulnerable countries. I think we are going to discuss the impact of this global disorder by a very distinguished panel that we have. But I would simply mention that since Pakistan, this is a question that is often asked of us as to what is going to be the impact on Pakistan. And I entirely agree with the point of view of General Zubair that, managing this uncertainty is perhaps the most important thing for us at this particular stage. But then, when I, as a practitioner of foreign policy, look back to the 79 years of our existence, I think we have done extremely well. we have done extremely well because the kind of challenges that we are facing today, we have been facing similar challenges in the past also, in the shape of pressures, in the shape of direct aggression, in the shape of non-resolution of disputes, and the kind of geography, which is an important geography that we have, but at the same time, it is an extremely challenging geography as well, because there is the spillover effect of various conflicts which are taking place in our part of the world. They do impact Pakistan. But then, I think in our existence, when I say that we have done extremely well in order to protect our sovereignty and national integrity, our economic interests, and our vital interest, including vis-a-vis our neighbor India, or for that matter, the other neighboring countries, we had to make some hard choices. But then I think we acquitted ourselves very well during this entire period. We obviously, our national interests include defending our territorial integrity and stability, a just resolution of the Jammu and Kashmir dispute in line with the United Nations Security Council resolutions, promoting regional peace as we have done recently, and as we have been doing for the last couple of years in order to develop a peaceful coexistence with our neighbor India also. And then economic stability. And I think, again, whether it's the domestic issues or the foreign policy issues, we have, I think, done very well. We have maintained very good relations with with our all-weather friend China, which is its strength. This relationship is a very solid relationship. Our relations with the United States of America, they are also on an upward trajectory for the last couple of years, despite several challenges that we faced in respect of this relationship in the past. And then our relations with the neighboring countries, I think there is a complete trust that neighboring countries, they have on Pakistan. I'm talking about Iran, which posed a complete trust in Pakistan's ability to forge or play the role of a mediator in the context of the ongoing crisis involving Iran and the United States of America. Similarly, the Middle Eastern countries, they also have complete trust in Pakistan. We enjoy very, very good relations with those countries as well. With Europe also, the director or the DCM mentioned about the important role that Europe has played. GSP Plus is certainly a very, very important economic kind of a cooperation, a symbol of economic cooperation between Pakistan and the European Union, as well as the kind of trade and strategic relationship that we have. Similarly, engagement with Russia is also on a very solid footing.